Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Linscott, and I just want to make a video and kind of talk about the process of me joining the Navy. Quick background, again my name is Matthew Linscott. I joined the Navy back in October. I ship out tomorrow, so pretty crazy, pretty excited. So yeah, I just want to make a video on what the process has been like. Talk about MEPS, the ASVAB, my job, how to prepare, and better yourself to get ready to leave for boot camp. So, talk about the benefits of joining. Benefits of joining: you get paid. You get paid pretty well. It's decent. If you're single, it's a lot of money. What else? Free healthcare. They pay free healthcare. You don't have to worry about health insurance, dental insurance. Also, tuition assistance. Talk about school. While you're in the Navy, you get paid to go to school, so you don't have to worry about paying for school. And then when you get out, or if you decide to get out, there's a GI Bill, and you can use that to also help pay for school. So, no student loans or anything like that. So lots of benefits. You get to see the world. Talk to the recruiter. So when I decided to join the Navy, I was about to go to university and work towards a civil engineering degree. And I wanted to join the Naval ROTC program, but that didn't work out. I missed deadlines for the applications and such. So I was going to my freshman year and just kind of not knowing where I was going to go. And I didn't have any money to go to school. I had to take out student loans. And it was a lot of money. And I'm only 18 years old, so I don't know. So one night I was like, I'm going to join the Navy. I think it would be a better idea for me, personally. My dad was in the Navy. He was enlisted, and then he got out. I went to school, got back in, and became an officer. And been moving around with him ever since. So I'm a military brat. I move around a lot. And I was like, I'm going to do the same thing. I want to see the world. I don't want to take out massive student loans or debt. So yeah, talking to a recruiter. I decided to join. I was like, alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit to this and join. So I went with my dad to go talk to a recruiter. You don't have to take your parent with you. You can just go if you're 17, I think. You can go by yourself. But I just wanted my dad there because he had a lot of experience and stuff. Talking to a recruiter. First time I talked to a recruiter, he asked me a lot of questions. Their job is to recruit people, like qualified people. In order to be qualified, you have to be medically qualified. So I got asked a lot of medical questions, like did I ever break anything? Do I have any metal implants or anything that can disqualify you, like asthma? I think I'm not sure about if asthma can disqualify you, but I think it can. But I broke my wrist when I was younger, so I had to get a waiver for that, saying I'm okay. I don't have any metal implants. I can use it just fine. I was like 7 years old. That was the only medical thing. Everything else is fine. Structured recruiter set me up, and he's like, alright, first thing you're going to do is take your ASVAB. And I was like, okay, great. And so he set me up with an ASVAB date. And to study for that, make sure to study for that, alright? This is your future. You want to score as well as you can on that test. I was just getting an ASVAB book, study book. There's lots of things on the internet. Just search up ASVAB practice test. It's lots of practice tests. So when I took the ASVAB, wasn't too bad. I scored a 72 on it. I was pretty pleased. You can do a lot of jobs with 72 on that. So the higher score you get on ASVAB, the more jobs that are available to you. So you want to score as well as you can. the guys that normally score in the 90s, those are the guys that are doing the nuke jobs, and those are the really hard jobs to get and require a lot of school to do those. I heard they're pretty stressful. I don't know if I would want to do that, but props to you if you do that. So I took my ASVAB, got 72. Brought it back to my recruiter. He said, "All right, it's good." After that, he set me up with a MEPS date. And MEPS. Let's talk about MEPS. MEPS is fun. MEPS is a couple days. You get to stay in a hotel that you don't have to pay for. They feed you. You don't have to pay for. MEPS is a lot of fun. So to go to MEPS, what to bring to MEPS? I brought a backpack. I just brought some like toiletries, my toothbrush, shampoo, body wash, my phone, book to read, social security card, bring that. And then I brought a list of like the jobs that I was looking to get at MEPS. Just to kind of remind myself, okay, this is what I'm looking for as far as the jobs. And we'll get to that. So we got some MEPS with my recruiter. He actually, I read with my recruiter to the hotel. It was about like an hour drive. So I got to the hotel, checked in. It was actually, our hotel was really nice. We had just a game room. We had like a PS4 in there, Xbox One, and some games. We had the cards, lots of food. Like there was like a snack table. Like, it was like luxury. Like it was pretty great. They brief you when you get there, like what time you're supposed to be back, what time you're getting up the next morning, which is pretty early. Like depending on where you are, it's either 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, when I got there, we just chilled, played games. I was pretty sick when we got to MEPS. Like I had a really like runny nose and like a cough, and I was like, oh, it sucks, you know. And they're medically processing you, and I'm sick, and so it's pretty terrible. My roommate was sick too. Like we were both sick. It was pretty weird. But we only had 2 people in the room, so I got my own bed. He got his own bed. That's pretty nice. Some people had 4, and they had to share a bed with someone. So we got pretty lucky. But yeah, nice hotel. Alright, so the next day, you get up at... See, I got up at like 4:30. Packed all my stuff. Don't forget anything in the hotel, because you probably won't come back to the hotel. So don't forget anything. Bring everything with you. Brought my backpack. Load us up on the bus. And then on the bus, they had it's a pretty nice bus. They had like videos on the bus, and they play like what you're supposed to do at MEPS, like what you're going to be doing at MEPS. And someone described MEPS as like you're being processed like cattle, which is pretty true. But it's not that bad. It's not that hard. Just do what you're told. So we got to MEPS. We told us to fall out of the bus. And then they brought us inside, and they each gave us like a packet of our medical stuff, and like on the packet had like they check your eyes, your hearing, depth perception, colorblind, you pee in a cup. You have like a one-on-one with the doctor, and you do the cough thing. See what else. And then after you're medically processed, which takes a very long time, a lot of it's just sitting around waiting. Like I think we sat in a room for like an hour, and it was so awkward because no one knew each other. So it's just a long process. Just kind of get through it, do what you're told. Yeah, for the pee test, some people have trouble with that. Like they have to drink water. Just drink water earlier that morning before you go to MEPS, so it's like easier to pee in the cup so you don't have to wait, which would be my advice. So yeah, after you're done with the medical stuff, then you talk to like a recruiter, another recruiter, like a Navy recruiter, and this is the guy that like assigns your job or your rate. So basically, you wait a really long time for that. They call like each person in one at a time, and you talk to the person. Me personally, I wanted some sort of technician job. I wanted either something to do with electronics. I wanted electronics, medical, or intelligence. And they're like, all right, we'll see what you have. We'll call you in. So they sent me back out. I waited for a while after I told them like what I was looking for. And then they called me back in, and they're like, all right, this is what we have available. I think they said we have corpsman, we have air traffic controller, and then a third one was like aviation. I think it was aviation electronics. I think so. They offered me like three or four choices, and I was like, okay. I was about to make a really big decision, like what my future is gonna be, so I was really nervous. I was like, okay, what job do I want? I chose air traffic controller. I was thinking about corpsman, but from what I've heard, it's really overmanned and it's hard to promote. It takes a really long time to advance. I was like, air traffic control could be really nice. It was only a 5-year enlistment contract, and once I get out of the Navy, that could be a really good job. Like, they get paid a lot of money, air traffic controllers. So I chose air traffic controller, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. And I was pretty happy. I really wanted intelligence specialist. I wanted to work on intelligence and like go on ships and stuff. But it wasn't available at the time. So I was like, all right, I'm happy with air traffic controller, which is fine with me. So talked to my recruiter. Or after that, you swear in. Like once you pick your job, they like take different groups in at a time. You swear in. And that's the part where your parents can take pictures. Like if your parents come to MEPS, or you tell them like where to meet you, they can take pictures of you swearing in that day at MEPS if they want to. After that is when you can go home. Either your parents can pick you up, or you can go back with the recruiter. I went back with my recruiter, stopped at Wendy's on the way back, and I met my parents at the recruiting station. So yeah, it was the MEPS experience. It's not too bad. It's pretty relaxed. It's just a lot of waiting, a lot of medical processing. The big thing is like choosing your job that day. So my advice, like before you go, look at the jobs available in the Navy and kind of get a rough idea of what you want. You might not get what you want, and that's okay, because there's other jobs available. So yeah, I went back to my recruiter, and I was like, I'm okay. I'm happy with my job. I like air traffic controller, but I was kind of looking for like electronics tech or intelligence specialist. And he's like, all right, if something opens up, we'll call you, and you can change if something's open. Then he called me, and he told me AECF was available, Advanced Electronics Computer Field. And I was like, great, it's electronics, is what I want to do. So I chose AECF. Chose AECF, and switched my job from air traffic controller to AECF. And I'm pretty happy with that choice. I mean, I wanted to be on a ship. I want to be like on a destroyer, go see the world. I don't want to be on like destroyer duty with air traffic controller. I heard it's a pretty stressful job. Let's see what else. So yeah, that's my job, the AECF. So that's either fire controlman or electronics tech. You get to choose in boot camp. Alright, now, after MEPS, you get your ship date. So like when you go to boot camp. And, hold on. So yeah, you get your ship date. Now, I'm just waiting to go to boot camp. You wait to go to boot camp. I go tomorrow. I ship out tomorrow. How to prepare. So, some people, it's a long time. Other people, they go like right after MEPS. I went to MEPS back in October. last year, and it's April. So I waited a long time. Like, it really depends, like, what your job is, or, like, when they ship out. It's different for everyone. How to prepare. How did I prepare? So, when I first talked to my recruiter, I weighed 225 pounds. I'm 6'2", and I think the minimum weight was 218. So, like, oh crap, gotta lose weight. Right now, I weigh about 185. Pretty happy with that. Basically, go to the gym. This is your future, so take charge of your future. I went to the gym, did cardio 3 times a week, weight training the other 2 times, rested 1 day. So set up a fitness routine. Would be my advice. Get fit. You do take a physical fitness test once you're at boot camp. Take 3, and then your last one you have to pass. If you don't pass, you get held back or ASMO'd, and that sucks because you don't graduate with your division. So yeah, get in shape. Even if you already are in shape, get in better shape. Be the best at what you do is my advice. In fitness. So don't be fat. My advice. All right. General knowledge. I think, like, after MEPS you get the start guide. It might be different for people, but in here they have like general orders, chain of command, naval terminology. Study all that, know all of it backwards and forwards. Fortunately for me, I did 4 years of naval RTC in high school, so I know a lot of naval knowledge. I know all of my general orders. Chain of command. Found a really good website that said the current chain of command for the boot camp. Just look up. I think it's called Boot Camp for Me, and they have like all the current chain of command at boot camp. Like once you get there, know all your knowledge. No general orders. No chain of command. Know your ranks recognition. Know the collar devices. Know the sleeve devices. Know all that. Study. So yeah, knowledge, fitness. It's pretty my main advice. Be prepared. Again, I ship out tomorrow. Pretty excited. What to bring to boot camp with you? For me, I'm bringing like a small little notebook and has a bunch of addresses. So it's an address notebook. I have a bunch of addresses listed in there. I'm bringing my watch. I was told you could have a watch in boot camp, and I think it'd be pretty helpful. Bringing my social security card, bringing my bank information, my account number, routing number, my wallet. I'm gonna bring my phone. I don't think I'm gonna bring a bag, but you can bring a bag if you want to. It's just that it's gonna get shipped home once you get to boot camp. Oh yeah, and with that said, that's the conclusion of this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll try to answer when I can. Alright, next video will probably be me after boot camp. Alright.